open.
Hello and welcome again to Bridges. My name is Ochanya and I'm here with Rainbow. And today, on a very sober note, we will be talking about depression. Recently, we lost legendary Ada Ame. I met her years ago. I auditioned to be the daughter of Domitila, even though I didn't get through. I got to meet her in person, and over the years, we've sort of struck a relationship. It was a rude shock to me to wake up to the passing of such a warm hearted, beautiful soul. Now, she confessed on telly recently of having been depressed and really fighting for her life to stay alive, really. After the passing of her daughter, it became worse, and losing of siblings and all of that. So today we want to really dive into that and see how we can help ourselves and talk more on how to live without being depressed. Try to see how you can get out of it somehow.
The thing is, Adame, in loving memories. I can't believe I'm saying that. I don't know how on a personal level, but as an artist, she has been able to endear herself to most of us. Like, I see her as someone who puts herself in her character, such a talented, wonderful woman. And I've heard stories about her, how, she has had her fair share of difficulty in life. And, she got her first child at 14. You can imagine a kid raising a kid and, growing up, in her words, to be, best friends with her daughter. And it was just a feel-good feeling, if you would ask me, like, knowing that, I made a mistake. This mistake became one of my best mistakes I've ever made. And then losing that child is something that will break you. Before then, she shared losing like 6 of her siblings. Mysteriously, her dad died, her mom died, right?
3 of her siblings.
3, no, her mom is still alive, right?
I don't know.
So you can imagine what all of this came about. But depression is a menace that we have to genuinely know that it has eaten deep into the society. I remember yesterday myself and my friend were having a conversation, and she was like, we all need therapy in this country. And I was like, what if the therapists too need therapy? Like, who? Because honestly,
I never thought of that though. But come to think of it, I at a point saw a therapist because I was drowning, which was the worst of all kinds. Now, but I sought for help. I actually got depressed because there were days I wouldn't even take my bath. There were days that I couldn't sleep. I couldn't brush my teeth, and I had to look for help because I was dying. At a point, I got suicidal. But then I was conscious about getting myself out of that situation. So I sought for help. We need to consciously ask for help, look for help to get out of that situation. The country alone in itself, Nigeria, living in Nigeria can get you depressed. Just knowing that you're in Nigeria alone can get you depressed, can get you to that state of depression, not having enough, not having a good paying job, not living healthy. You don't even know if you're healthy. You're just walking around because the healthcare system is even something else. So we need to be conscious about the fact that this is here. Depression is here, and you need to sort or look for help. The minute
now,
you feel
the
way.
looking for help part is one of the most difficult things to do when you're depressed. Because it is, I'm not saying that it's not okay to look for help. Looking for help is, I agree with you, topmost. But then a depressed person, a typical depressed person, would feel that, okay, I got this. Because people around us don't even understand. You get sorting for help, telling somebody I'm sad for no reason. I feel a type of way today. I don't feel like leaving my bed because I don't have the strength to do it. You shared you not being able to take your bath, not being able to brush your teeth. It is a real feeling. I also had my fair share, I think 2017, 2018, 2019. And I shared a story on my status how one of my friends, because I was reaching out to her that, yo, I don't sleep at night. I am not happy. I feel guilty about things I shouldn't feel guilty about. I cannot even explain why I am sad at a particular time. But sadness elopes me, and then I don't have anybody to talk to because somebody would just think I'm just being dramatic because I lost my job. Of course, that was part of it. I had an accident. I lost the job that I loved so much. I had to leave because of my health. So who wouldn't feel that way? Right. But then I was sharing with you, this is how I feel. And you had the audacity to see that misery needs company. I was miserable. That was why. Yes, she said that. Wow. And the day that I shared the story, that was the day before yesterday, on the day of the passing of Adame. When I shared the story, she was the first to comment on the post. She was like, "Oh my goodness, who would see that?" I said, "You." Yes.
What did she say?
You know, she was like, "No, the girl said this thing and that," and I was like, "You said it. You said it. That was why it attracted you. If not, why would you have said it?"
Or maybe she forgot that she said
she
that.
said it because the person that this is her sister. You know, she was going through hers. That was when her sister now related the matter to me and told me, "This person is going through the same thing she said you were miserable for." So the table always comes back. Nobody is immune to it. So the understanding of knowing that, okay, this is something that is within us. This is something that is among us. I don't know about you, but I hate being sad. I hate a moody place, atmosphere. I don't like a place where I'll go and sadness is all that is within. Nobody likes it. But life happens to us. Situations push us to certain places that sometimes we sought for help so badly. Not even in our words, because sometimes the happiest person in the room will be the most depressed.
Most of the times, you find out, what about this guy? There's this
Robin Hood.
Robin
He killed Robin
Williams.
Williams, yes, I think so. Yeah. I think so. The comedian that made everyone laugh.
So when they told me he was depressed, I was like, what? But then when you look at it really critically, you find out, or rather statistically, most of the people who die from depression are people who make other people happy.
Laugh, yeah.
And you think, okay, they're happy. But when they go back to their own homes or wherever they stay, their shelter, they now go back and reflect and they discover they're not even happy. You make all these people happy and then you can't really make yourself happy or get out of that situation.
And I think why most of the situations are like that is because, see, you give people what you want people to give you naturally. When you see someone who is cheerful, who is always cheerful, around, "Hi, how are you?" They expect you to do the same.
Okay.
They give what they expect. You get? So if you see a very happy person, all he wants is that happy vibe. Back at you. But then the other person will just feel you're an attention-seeking freak. And I'm going to frown when I see you because I don't want you to be all up in my space. You get? People are like that. And it's sad. That's why most of them, nobody checks on them. Like, she did all right. They don't be they always give, she did all right. She's fine.
She's always happy.
She's always happy. So that one, she don't get what, you don't see her in a few days. Maybe she go somewhere, they have fun. You don't know whether that day she could not put her legs down her bed.
She couldn't even come down from her bed, yeah.
So it's just sadly sad.
Sadly sad.
Sadly sad. Like the sadness has a baby in it. It's true. A humongous.
I'm trying to smile, I can't. Still really sad over that. But let's look at the definition of depression. Well, they said depression is a mental health disorder. I think that is just it.
Yes.
We look at depression from a different angle. It is a mental
illness,
health disorder. Now, if we look at it like it's a health problem, then maybe we'll take it more seriously. That way, you can see a doctor seek for help. Like is a sickness that can't move you. You know, when you're ill with stomach ache, you're like that. You know, you're in pain and you can't even walk straight. That is how mental health is also, or depression is. So if we take depression as an ailment, then you seek for help. There are so many things that can get you depressed. The
Mhm.
fact that there's no light. So maybe you're in a hot place like me from Benue State, where the heat can actually make you go more insane. That alone is depressing.
Mhm.
No water. You have to go to the stream to dig your own hole to get water to come out of it before you fetch and take for like a mile to your home for you to use, and then probably make that trip like 3 or 4 times. You will be depressed. You can't, what other thing? Transportation,
Mm.
fuel,
Food.
food.
You can't
As
even go.
basic
You
as good roads.
you can't
ma.
even go to your farm because you're scared that somebody would go and kill you. That is depressing
That,
enough.
yes.
You get, so most of these people now, us understanding that it is a problem, like you said,
Yeah.
understanding that it is a problem first and
Yeah.
seeking help for it is the way forward.
You can't weigh somebody's status in the society or his wealth to say, okay, he shouldn't be depressed. Mm-mm. It doesn't work that way. Depression is not about class.
Mhm.
It's not about your status. It's not about the measure of your
Mhm.
money or all of that. No. The lowest of persons could be depressed. The richest of persons could be depressed.
This very dreaded disease has claimed the lives of so many other people. I remember one of my friends reached out to me when I made that post, and she was like, that's it. She lost her brother last year. And anytime she wants to talk about how she feels, people shut her up. Like, you supposed get over him now. Yes!
Yeah.
That
I know how that feels.
Yes, and then she was like, "Bo, you are the only person that would always tell me to be in my feelings. Like your feeling is valid and all of that." And that's why she doesn't even talk to anybody else but me, because she feels like I get it.
Listen.
I listen. It's not as if I have the words.
Or the answers.
I don't even have it.
Yes.
Sometimes I call her at 3 because I know she'll be awake. 3 a.m.
And that's the beauty about seeing a psychologist.
Yes.
When I went to see a psychologist, they listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
I got angry, stood up at some point. I spoke about how I wanted to kill myself or just be away from my children. All the regrets I had, I poured everything out. She asked me, "Are you done?" When I say I'm not done, okay, go on. Or she will ask me some questions and then I go to another angle. I spoke for almost 8 hours.
Goodness Lord.
Yes. She sent for food. I ate. I ended up even like having a nap for a while.
Yeah.
Then we came back to the session again. I did that for a couple of weeks and it was so helpful because this time I had somebody to just listen
to me. That's all you need.
Listen and let me just talk. So you have to get rid of that. You have to do this. You have to do that. Now don't do this. Don't do that. Don't, let somebody be there to tell you or guide you how to go about getting out of the situation. Because you can't. Once you are depressed, you can't get out of
without help.
You can't get out of it.
You have to get help. So having that understanding that, okay, sometimes you might mess up in the process of getting help, but don't go that way. Look for the best way. Find the way that you don't get in trouble and you get out of it freely. Taking advantage of someone is not something you should do. I feel so. It's not something you should.
It wasn't your doing. It wasn't
it wasn't my doing. Right.
That's why it is a mental state of mind. At that time, you're not yourself, your usual self. So anyway, that's all we have for you today on the show, honestly. And we hope we've helped. If you have those thoughts of being suicidal, that's a sign that you can tell that you need help and really fast. You can seek for help and we'll
therapist,
drop a number.
A professional.
Yeah, I'll even drop a number that you can get to see my therapist, and she's been so helpful. And that's it.
Have a nice day ahead.
Drop it.